Yeah, we in the building. Hey, yo, DP, I see that thing you were showing me, man. Like the there's that drop down. You change the drop down, hit that triangle, and then change the drop down to a different webcam.
Did I?
No, see, yeah, hit that thing at the top that's looking at that weird. It's like a weird webcam, and see, there's another option to click another. John.
No.
Nothing.
I see what you're talking about, though.
Yeah.
The virtual background and all that stuff. It's just
like whatever. Yeah, whatever that part of the top when it's like, it says video input. Did you hit the triangle?
I did.
What's it saying? Ain't saying nothing?
It's taking me to the front screen. Like I'm hitting add cam, and then there's the hazard mark, and it says troubleshooting. If I troubleshoot it, it's taking me to the beginning.
I got your audio. I much rather this, but audio. Yes.
I'm gonna get it together because because the webcam is working like I showed you. My camera's working. It's just not syncing with this particular site. And
right.
a brother kind of a Neanderthal when it comes to these technological things with a computer. I can do anything on the phone, but these computers,
Yo, listen, welcome back to the show. Appreciate anybody that's going to join us this evening. I'll see if a few people will file in, but we back with another rendition. The chef will be joining in, but I do have the biracial angel himself,
He black tonight. Until next week.
Good. Was really good. You good, brother?
Man, doing what we doing. Living how we can live, impressing people, coming to work dressed to the nines, trying to put life to what WWE need to put life to and give them things to tell on this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Fodder for the world that like 3 months behind where we at. But that's another story for another day because we always ahead of the times.
Ooh, yeah. AEW was in Wilkes-Barre, PA, but I was working. I forgot. I literally forgot. I wish I would remember because I'd have pulled up. I told you I don't mind pulling up. You know what I mean? Watching the show,
right?
Anything live. I'd have pulled up, but I had to work, and so that's unfortunate. But yeah, they were in Wilkes-Barre. But as I kind of BS around and kind of talk about a few things. I got a couple requests from people a couple people that usually watch the stream later that had a couple requests that we will unpack, but I'm gonna wait for the chef to get to that because it is a very, very good topic to bring up.
One thing about tonight, I thought that all that violence that the BCC did to Private Party and then Darby Allin run into the ring and you run away like a dog with his tail in between his legs because Darby Allin's the big bad wolf on the block. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. That skateboard ain't doing nothing to that hammer. You got three of y'all. You running with Marina Schiffer. Y'all supposed to be these badasses. You know what I'm saying? You suffocating Daniel Bryan, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson, at the pay-per-view. After he wins the world championship, you're supposed to be congratulatory, but you turn on him, Then you let Darby Allin scare you away. That's what I don't get. Why go to that level of violence? You're supposed to be this badass, but Jon Moxley, you're letting Darby Allin scare you away with your partners with you. Make that make sense.
Darby Allin about as big as my wife, and my wife about 5'4". She little. My wife little, man. I'm sorry. That dude is itty bitty. And if I hear one more time about you sleeping in your car, bruh, but you ain't broke no more. We got it. Shout out to the Samoa Watchman, the only tribal chief I recognize on this podcast.
Shout out.
But we got it, bro. You got the guap. Oh, listen, Samoa Watchman, can I get a cameo birthday shout out on the real tribal chief on his birthday? Your boy getting old. Listen, we all getting old. Tribal chief, Samoa
Happy
Watchman
birthday,
with the
Daddy. You know what time it is.
Shout out to the Samoan Watchman on the B-Day. I might even start the show when we do the pod. The pod might open up with me saying happy birthday to the tribal chief that is the Samoan Watchman. Because I know he ain't going to let a theme song ruin his slow bop. Shoo.
Nope. Hey, it is getting to the point where I'm starting to slightly bop my head to it. I got
here you go.
Look, just a slight, like I'm not all the way there, but when Roro pulled up this past Friday, I'm like, okay, all right, I can see it. I'm like, Chef, I could feel it a little bit. Okay. It ain't replace. It'll never replace what was, and I'll never be able to love it, but I can slightly tolerate it.
I'm not saying I'm not going to be on board with Slow Bop 2.0. I'm holding out. Of course I am. I'm fighting the losing battle because Lord knows when I see that man live, I'm going to mark out and I'm going to put the ones up and I'm going to do the slow bop and I'm going to lie and pretend like it's the dopest thing ever. So it's
more or less a brisk bop right now.
Kim said it's the same song, just different instruments. No, Kim, there's a sped up tempo.
It's sped up.
I don't like the violin doing that thing. It's like, I said, listen, damn it. Kim's like, it's the same. It's not the same, Kim.
No,
Kim, I'm
it's
sick
definitely
of you right
not.
now. Superman punch going Kim's way, courtesy of the Samoan Watchman.
That's like saying Kendrick performed Euphoria like you recorded it. Nah, he didn't do that. No, this ain't the same. It ain't the same.
And word on the street, WWE trying to get rid of Def Rebel and bring in more mainstream artists. But WWE, I will say this: no disrespect to mainstream, unless it's like Muzzled on the Beat Ho and Metro Boomin. Y'all gotta understand something. The original slow bop anthem came from Def Rebel, and that's a tough act.
It did.
I don't give a damn who's making the beat.
Unless they get the great Jim Johnston back, I don't know what type of upgrade they plan on doing. Yeah, Chef.
Chef pulled up. I just missed it. I don't even know how I'm going to start the pod because this is for the people that are listening in the chat. And shout out to Samoan Watchman again for his B-Day. But we started a pod, and all of a sudden, this sucker MC named DPJR said he's starting to slow bop with the new slow bop, and I go, this is sickening.
I'm starting to tolerate it, just slightly, a slight bop.
Coming around.
And more of a nod. It was more of not even a bop. It's more of a nod.
Yo, Lucci's in the building.
Come on, make it a threesome, Evan. Come on, make it a threesome.
Oh, I'm gonna be there. I trust you. Listen, resistance is futile. This is the Borg all day, brother. It's all good. Listen, Lucci's in the building. He say happy birthday to the
Roro. At the end of the day, I'm a
slow bop with him. Listen, we can officially start the show. Shout out to the chef. Shout out to DPJR. The show has officially begun. And since the show has officially begun, like I said, special shout out to Samoan Watchman on his birthday. Thank you for always listening when you can. Thank you for pulling up. I hope you are enjoying your day. I hope you are doing, I don't know, I hope you're doing like a haka, whatever the hell y'all Samoans are doing. What y'all doing, roasting pigs on spits? What the hell y'all doing? Y'all doing, you're praising the Maui? What are y'all doing right now? Whatever y'all doing, happy birthday to my guy. Brother.
Happy birthday, big dog.
Happy birthday.
Also, let me start off by saying this, and I'll put this in the rundown. Listen, y'all. So anytime someone's talking bad about Jack Perry, anytime someone's talking bad about the scapegoat, first of all, my biggest problem with the scapegoat is, you want your legacy to be CM Punk? You and CM Punk, that's what you want your legacy to be. There's certain things have shelf lives. The scapegoat thing was good up until a certain point. And then now you're supposed to move on, change your character and move on. You really weren't a scapegoat. You guys kind of had a beef and things kind of went the way it went. Now, the reason why it doesn't hit the way it used to hit, bro, is because CM Punk has moved on to greener pastures and he's never been better, never been happier, never been more profitable. And it rings hollow. It rings hollow. So that's my issue with Jack Perry. My issue with Jack Perry is it's time to shit or get off the pot. We got it. And this would hit better if CM Punk was involved in the storyline. It's like he's in a storyline with himself. See what I'm trying to say? Like he's in a storyline with himself because the scapegoat thing don't work unless the person that you said scapegoated you is still there and you can hash it out and have an all-time great match. But that's my problem with Jack Perry. What I typically hear the problem with Jack Perry is people talk about how small he is. People talk about his lack of physique. They say the lack of his joie de vivre, his je ne sais quoi. They say he doesn't have the it factor. They say he ain't swag goo. Now, I don't personally attack somebody size unless it's Darby Allin because he's real tiny. But I will say this. If you know that, because I know that, and if I know that, you know that, Mr. Perry, why do you pull up in a small bus? DPJR, can you help me out on this? Why does this man drive around in a tiny bus when he can afford a bigger bus and he drives around in a tiny bus? Do you not think it's the funniest thing in the world when he pulls up in that tiny bus and hops out? Like, come on, man. I cannot be. I was like, yo, what's he doing with this tiny bus?
Hey, man, my guy took the short yellow bus and painted it black and put a scapegoat on that mug and said, let's do it. It's awful. It's a terrible gimmick, if you ask me, because your main point has always been the main point, and that is there is not a CM Punk around for you to be a scapegoat. You are with the Young Bucks. You are with a top act in AEW.
Come on now.
You might as well act like it. So us hearing that you're a scapegoat, how are you a scapegoat? Who's scapegoating you? What are you being scapegoated from? It's obviously not from a title because you've had it already. You're being thrust into a main event scene where you haven't even earned it.
Scapegoat with a title, DP. Scapegoat with a title.
And he got a world champion. He was Bryan Danielson's first world championship match. How are you a scapegoat? I don't understand that. And that's not saying that he's a bad ref. He's not my cup of tea. And yes, a part of it is because he's small, but in that company, it really doesn't matter because again, Darby Allin has got a world championship match in there. Bryan Danielson is a small individual. He is not a gargantuan gentleman. No, he's not. He's a little bitty dude who happens to have a nasty knee, and he's technically superb.
Oh, yo, and sidebar to all them sucker MCs out there. I think I always just talk about AEW. I don't. You know, like Shawn Michaels is not that big. He's not.
No.
He's
Carmelo's not that. Carmelo's not that big.
Carmelo's not that big. So don't get it twisted, guys. I've gotten over the size thing, but you can't be scrawny though. You can't be that.
Be $150 and think you're gonna be at the top of the chart.
No. Because Chad Gable is put together.
He's about a solid 210, maybe 220.
That dude is put together.
He did the stalling German suplex to Braun Strowman.
That's all you need to know. Jack Perry couldn't do that if his life was on the line.
I couldn't tell you the last time I seen Jack Perry do a slam.
Come on now. So I don't care about your height because Lord knows that ain't the issue. Just like Kim said, Rey Mysterio, small. I can go for days. Like I said, the thing people that no one talks about, Shawn Michaels ain't that big. He ain't. But he's larger than life. But you got to be put together. You got to throw them weights up.
I mean, what John Cena was 6'1", 240? That's not terribly big.
You better throw them weights up. I don't need to be looking at you like you. Listen, like I feel like I'm back in 9th grade looking at that sucker MC.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who's that?
A child I saw kindergarten yesterday.
No. See,
he got a beard though. At least there's that.
Come on, respect the beard. Facial hair, so it helps him look.
Yeah, and I can't, so I better stop talking about shit.
Right.
You could grow that nasty stash. Yeah,
your boy can grow this stash.
That's nasty work, baby. Look like an evil villain. I love that boy, daddy. Yes,
y'all growing that shit back tomorrow. I'm growing that shit back.
Got that Wario. Got that Wario.
I love spicy
get that Waluigi. I'm gonna grow that Waluigi.
So Jack Perry, reminds me. He reminds me of what's your boy? Brian Kendrick. Like
that is a perfect parallel.
He can wrestle. He can wrestle.
He wrestled his ass off.
But I don't he doesn't move the needle for me. Like, yes, it's better than not being talked about at all, as we've acknowledged a few of these people who were on the roster. Are they still on the roster? Are they getting screen time? So like, he's on TV. Right, the gimmick doesn't make sense, but it's better than not being on TV. But
Touche.
yeah, he's the AEW Brian Kendrick. Like, he's trying. I give him my A for effort. It's cool.
Listen, met Brian Kendrick at his wrestling promotion in Los Angeles years back. Since you mentioned Brian Kendrick, this is a little side anecdote. This is what I like to do every now and again if something comes up organically. Supposed to meet up with him. Was interested in getting involved in the independent thing and be like helping out, whatever you need me to do, flip the ring. I just wanted to learn. Wasn't going to become a wrestler, but I just wanted to be a part of the promotion. A good friend of mine introduced me to him. No disrespect to him, still love the guy. Not Kendrick. So he meets me, he daps me up for the first time. My wife's there too. This is wild stuff. Daps me up for the first time. Immediately wants to go into a black joke. That's how Brian Kendrick introduced himself to me. Huh. You know that stuff? Yo, you know, and he's like, yo, I got a black joke. I said, what was that? What? Huh? And I stand there and I'm telling you.
Off the handshake.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. He was there. And if you know anything about me, man, I'm telling you, do not let the jovial tone fool you.
So Brian Kendrick.
I was stone cold Steve Austin, bro. I like turning like Van Damme. I was like, and he was like, whoa, dude, I don't want you like to kick my ass or anything. I said, oh, I'm not gonna do anything. I said, just don't say the joke, man.
Yeah, Brian Kendrick sounds like that guy who says he's got one black friend.
Yep, and he was gonna do the joke, and then he goes, and then he got nervous. Yeah, Brian, I heard you. Know what I said? You got nervous, and then he goes, oh, come on, I'm sure you got some like white guy jokes. I go, I do not. I don't. Sorry, bro. That's not what I do when I first meet somebody. I just don't do that. I don't. Yeah, guess what? What do you call a white guy? He want to do one of those. You know what I'm talking about? He wanted to. You know what I'm talking about? Those jokes. What do you call a? Oh, you want to do one of those black jokes? Yeah. Well, Brian Kendrick, let me tell you something right now, bro. This ain't kayfabe. I will body you in here. Swear to God. Swear to God, bro. Even at your own wrestling promotion, I will go at you. I'm that crazy. And that means a whole bunch of wrestlers probably would have jumped me, and it wouldn't have mattered. And I would have came.
It's my promotion now.
I'm the captain now.
He was extremely comfortable, and he felt like he could get that off.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you wouldn't have let him, and DP, you wouldn't have let him. I don't care how much we.
Absolutely
and you know what?
Not.
You know what the cold part about this is? I love this kind of stuff seriously because it comes up. Cold part about this, I love that dude as a wrestler.
Except when he was like that pirate version. I don't really.
But no, I like a person that can wrestle, slice bread. I love that. But you ain't gonna, bro. He just met me, bro.
Nasty work.
30 seconds after hello.
Listen, so I'll say this, Jack Perry, you ain't never did that to me, so you ain't okay in my book. Starting off with a black joke.
Man, we got the same last name. He cool with me. A little darker than he is, though.
That's literally. So every time I hear the name Brian, that's all I think about. Like, you ruined my memories, bro. Yo, I got this one black joke. I go, oh, no.
Whoops.
And my wife gets real tight about that. She gets like, oh God, Evan's getting pissed. She's like, let me just roll him out of here. He couldn't even
take you on a tour of the place. He gonna call. Bro,
didn't see the play, didn't see nothing. Yo, what's up, man? Yo, guess what, man? Like, yo. This one, he goes, you gotta. And then like my man's that put me on, he's Jewish, and he goes, yo, I do Jewish jokes to Josh all the time, and I go, you let him say these Jewish jokes? He's like, oh yeah, man. He don't mean nothing by it. I was like,
collateral damage.
Okay, man. And I feel bad because you're a really good dude, and I know you don't like that kind of stuff, man. Because he's doing jokes about your people, you know what I mean? So it was just a very interesting moment. So that's a great comparison there, Chef.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
that, man. I've always wanted to tell that story. Heidi's the only person I ever told that story to because she was there. And I was like, babe, when she's just shaking her head, like, what am I supposed to do there? Like, you know, it's like on the sidebar for real. Like, there's these certain unwritten rules that you guys know this about, like what black folks have to do. You know what I'm trying to say? Like either you could say that we have to do it for the ancestors. You say we have to do it for the culture. You can say whatever you want to say, but every black person knows what I mean. There's these moments in time that happen where you have to do something for your people or you aren't down with the cause. It's weird, but every brother and sister knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Man,
and sometimes
there's a moment in time to where
you know what
somebody
I'm talking about,
gonna make you
so annoying,
have
but we
that
got to do it, bro.
and you
We
gonna have to put
do
somebody in their place to let them know, young man, if the next word out of your mouth has something to do with black folks, I'm gonna rip your throat out. At the end of the day, I don't want to do it, but if you continue down this path, bro, you and I are going to be in a brawl, and I'm
telling you, real talk, y'all.
Ass.
It wasn't anything. It didn't turn any weird. It just got. I made it awkward. That's all. It wasn't like this.
Because you gave that stone.
This wasn't like West Side Story.
Yeah,
but it was just
that stone face. Everything you needed to say was with the look, and once you give somebody that look, they know to stop because it's about to be bad, and it's going to get bad real quick.
This did not turn into no Jerry Springer episode. I keep it real with y'all. I'm not gonna be like, yo, it was like, yo, I raised up on
no.
Nope. Not in your own establishment. Not when I was trying to make your friend. Like I was trying to show. But I had to stay on my ground from a cultural perspective.
He didn't get that joke off. At the end of the day,
I bet he didn't.
I bet he get that joke off.
Listen, on my wife, he didn't get that joke off.
Guaranteed. He had to go to the bathroom and clean himself off after that one, boy.
I guarantee. Listen to me, boy. Listen, Jack Perry, stop rolling around in that little bus.
I don't know what he's doing in that bus. I said, what is?
Is he trying to like emulate like a rock star mentality or what?
He's wrong. Listen, let me tell you something. I know what he's trying to do, but I was just on the Facebook marketplace. A full-size bus was 10 racks. Stop playing with me, bro. Get out of that small bus. 10 racks was a legitimate old school bus, looked just like your joint, but a full-size John, and you could spray paint any color you wanted. It was 10 racks. Facebook marketplace. I can show you the link. Stop rolling around in that tiny bus.
I mean, in comparison to the no offense, AW Marks, but in comparison to the tour bus that WWE superstars roll around in, and you see that, AW, is that something that you want to attach to your company? Because it shows that that's a second-rate bus. I mean, actually, more like a 12th-rate bus.
Let's keep it a buck. And don't act. It ain't because he broke. All them sucker MCs are overpaid.
They got money. It's the optics of it all. We all know they got money. Y'all getting money.
That's all I be hearing.
Optics.
All y'all be talking about how much money they got.
Like, that's what they say. They say that AW, which is damn good, almost $200 million a year for your rights to television, but WWE triples that. I mean, it is what it is. You don't want people to see that optically when it comes to the things that you're bringing to the table that you can control, especially when you have that NFL money coming in like Tony Khan does.
Listen, yo, what the hell going on with Rikishi, man?
Oh man,
what's happening? I need to know what's happening. I need to know what's happening.
No, that's like every other day a new kid from his pops up. Like, what is going on? How many children does he have?
Sometimes parents just don't need social media.
Bars.
I appreciate that my mom and dad have Facebook, but I don't need them to have Facebook.
But at least it's this Facebook. They say in their lane, they ain't tweeting. Mama Chef ain't tweeting.
No.
What's Rikishi like? Damn near 60?
Why he going so hard about this storyline? You listen, Rikishi, you don't like white folks? What's going on, bro? I need to know. I'm Mark Anthony right now. I need to know, bro. Tell me, Rikishi, because I need to know. You need to let me know. What is this? Why you don't like him in this storyline? What's happening, man? I need to know what's going on, Rikishi. What's going on?
Rikishi,
I talk shit about Samoans from afar, so I'm safe right now. I'm protected. So what you doing, man? What you doing?
Man,
You over here thinking people making people think Jimmy's dead. What are you?
I know, man.
Right now,
what the hell is going on? This is from his dad, Rikishi. Prayers for what?
What are you doing, man? Anytime someone says prayers up, everyone thinks they dead, man.
Got all the media outlets reaching the WWE. They're like, Jimmy's
is Jimmy okay?
here.
Is Jimmy okay?
Jimmy's here. He's right
Lord,
here. You want to talk to him?
Lord have mercy.
Everybody's like, Jimmy's fine. Don't worry.
Oh,
Rikishi's off the loud again. Leave him alone. He been hanging with the Island Boys. They're getting lit again. It's okay.
Yeah, boy, Samoan Watson said he got me. He said he got my back. Appreciate you, bro. I need some Samoan covers because
damn right.
Listen, y'all a little too grind. I told you, there's a couple people I don't mess with. I don't fancy my chances against the Samoan. I beat the brakes off Brian Kendrick, but I don't fancy my. I don't like my chances against a Samoan of any stature, any age, any region, whether he's a Tongan, whether he's a Samoan.
They built different. If they coming from over there in that little section of the world,
I'm the first to tell you I'll fight a lot of things before I fight a Samoan. I'll fight a Komodo dragon before I fight a Samoan. Real talk. Boy, I swear to God, boy, I will fight a.
Can you run away from a Komodo dragon by zigzagging?
yeah, they listen. I will outrun a Samoan. I will go toe to toe with a Samoan, with a Komodo dragon, but I won't even step in the ring with a Samoan.
Can you put a Komodo dragon in a dragon sleeper? Will that work? Oh, they don't have a neck.
I took said I'd like my chances over putting a Samoan in the dragon sleeper. I'm on the record for the longest time. I don't think I could beat a Samoan on my best day.
He said, "Does Rikishi not like white people?"
You know what I'm saying? Let's not act like I'm tripping. Why is he going so hard about this storyline? It has to be what else is it? What else is it?
Does he think he's helping?
I think that
Does he think he's helping?
I think that
he's not.
As a father, no, of course.
And you guys are both fathers. You gentlemen are both fathers. I cannot speak on this. Please help me. If I'm missing the mark on this, but I know y'all, even though y'all haven't spoke on this, y'all got to sit this out, right?
You got man. Look, I'm gonna look my son. He's about to be 15 in December. If his talent level is the equivalent of ain't shit, I ain't gonna lie to him. I'm gonna tell you, son. Look, you ain't. Shit.
You ain't shit.
We gonna be better. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna go out there and say you're great, and then you go out there and get your ass kicked, and then you say, "Well, Dad, you told no, man. We're gonna keep it a buck." And if you're great, you're great. You got to be honest with your kids. You got to keep it a buck. That way, you can put the proper expectations on them, and they can build and they can get to where they want to get to. Right. Don't lie to them. And the problem with Rikishi is that when he seen Roman leave, he thought that at least Jey Uso would get the world championship. Instead, you drop the title from Seth Rollins to Damian Priest. In what world over the last 18 months is Damian Priest a bigger star than Jey Uso? Why are you skipping over Jey Uso? Why do you only see him as a tag team wrestler? So you go from Jey Uso and then you give it to Gunther, who's the ring general. So why are you giving it to this dude? This dude ain't even from here. He don't even go here. What wrong?
The cup of tea where they made him tag champs with Cody Rhodes.
That part too. So how can you separate me from my brother? You don't even think I'm good enough for a United States championship, or excuse me, in Rikishi's eyes, you don't think my son is good enough for a United States championship, or Intercontinental championship. You only think he's a tag team champion. Why is that? And he isn't getting an answer, and then he goes on social media on this rant that he doesn't want him in the storyline. And lo and behold, what does Triple H do? He throws him right into the middle of a storyline with Rhea Ripley. When you got Rikishi, he's like, well, damn, this dude got a wife, he got a whole family at home. I'm the one that has to tell him, like, hey guys, this ain't real. He ain't really doing this, such and such. So
but listen, like we gotta get to a point where, they told you this is different.
It's a movie.
But many relationships have ended with people getting too close on set, yada yada yada. Why does he have to be involved in a storyline with the woman? Yeah, but it's acting, man. If you listen, if your marriage is what your marriage is, it don't matter who pull up. Like, come on, we got to be adults here. Come on, now. Rhea's even married, man. Come on, stop acting like Rhea don't got to fit. Rhea married.
It's got to be awkward to have all these cameras around and being in front of 20,000 people and kissing. I'm just saying that probably isn't the most
I ain't talking
ideal.
about Rhea. I ain't talking about Rhea and Dom. I mean, like Liv and Dom and all that. Like that's.
I was just saying
Buddy,
in general.
For Buddy got to be Buddy's in a different position. That's tough, man. He's not even at the E. He don't get to travel. He got to be like, all right, this is okay. Y'all doing this story like the Bobby Lashley stuff with Lana. Oh, that had to be crazy.
I mean, The Rock pulled up on Lana and said some pretty.
Hold on.
And Rusev was standing right there.
Listen. You need to take your old monkey ass to Bulgaria anyway. Like this dude. Listen, Rusev.
Woo! I think his name is Miro.
Listen, to you maybe. Mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. Listen. Listen, I don't care if your name is Kunta Kinte. If I want to call you Toby, I'm calling you Toby.
Said that man named Toby. Okay. He Toby then.
Listen. You ain't never been more over than when your girl was doing the Rusev thing in WWE. Miro, your name is whack. That's why you didn't get over. It's what's in the name. The name is everything. Miro? Man, what the fuck are you talking about? What?
Dude
you need
came
to take your ass to Bulgaria, man, and do your squats or whatever the fuck you doing.
Dude came in as somebody's best friend named Miro. It don't never work, man.
Miro?
Why did y'all come into that?
Just
dude was a stud.
Listen, it's okay, bro. You do you, boo boo. You do what you got to do. I don't know. What the hell do I know? I know. I'm sorry. I'm not taking the bump, so I shouldn't be saying anything. All I do is just watch you sucker MCs. But the point is, not everyone.
He ain't taking the bump either, Evan.
I'm gonna say what the great Shannon Sharp said one time, man, before he got into his IG nonsense. Listen, the great Shannon Sharp, before it was fashionable, I always love Shannon Sharp, not just because it got fashionable. Shannon Sharp was like, why do I know what I'm talking about when I'm talking good about you athletes? When I don't talk good about you athletes, now I don't know what I'm talking about. That's one of the greatest points he's ever made on that's the greatest sports takes I've ever heard one of. It's like top 5 ever. He goes, oh, I know what I'm talking about when I say you're good. But the minute I critique your game, oh, I don't know shit. I didn't play the game. He goes like, which is it? So I always find that funny when somebody's critiquing a wrestler or a superstar and they're on their jock. Oh, they can throw the flowers, the bouquets on you. But the minute they're like, nah, I wouldn't do that. Yo, what does he know? He's not in the locker room. He doesn't take the bumps. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. So I always find that weird when people have constructive criticism for someone then their opinion doesn't count. Because that's my thing about Miro. I've always said it's nothing about his talent. I said his name, he'll never get over with his name. Ever.
Right.
Never, ever. And I mean ever get over with his name. That's why he was only TNT champion. He'll never get over. His name is terrible. It makes no sense. The Redeemer, that sounds dope. That sounds really dope. Should have just called yourself that. But as soon as you jump out and say Miro, I'm like, nah, I'm all good. I'm all set. I'm all set. Kim says, I don't like the relationship storylines in wrestling either. Yeah, listen. I don't know where I'll land on that. I think there's too much of it going on. The Dom Liv stuff I thought was compelling. I thought it was good. It gave Dom something to do. I was always clamoring for Dom to need something besides his father.
I think it still is, because now, Finn came out and was like, I was the devil on Dom's shoulder. I was pushing him.
No, I'm with that, Chef. And I will say this. How about this? For people listening to the pod, whoever listens to this damn show.
A few people.
Everybody.
Dom, better heel than MJF. Say I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
They ain't ready for this conversation.
Full circle.
They are not ready for this conversation. Dom is doing better heel work, better traditional classic heel work than MJF. I'd say that to MJF's face. Evolved. Evolution is a mystery, but not to dominate. Not to dom.
Dom got over being as a heel and wearing cow print.
Come
at
on,
the
man.
same time.
And I'm not trying to be funny here, and I'm not trying to be racial at all. Dom is even shrewd enough to give himself that freaking classic Mexican mustache.
The mustache and the mullet.
That makes him look like a scoundrel. He knew it. There's levels to this shit. If you don't think that's calculated, that makes him look like the most scumbaggy scumbag ever. And he grew it out for that purpose. That's heel work. Ain't people ready? The people are not. You think I would have said this a year ago? I don't even think it's close.
I'm gonna say something controversial. His WrestleMania entrance is top 10.
Bro. Oh, that entrance was cold.
Cold blooded.
Like I'm still Lucci.
Here go Lucci. MJF, same routine as catching up to him. And Lucci likes AEW. That's coming from Lucci.
Listen, the holidays are coming up. I expect him to show up and smack his dad at Christmas again.
Straight up, right in his face. Listen, Dom is doing better here with MJF because MJF is not evolved. This is insane that I'm saying this. Shout out to Dominic Mysterio. Don't ever act like when the facts change, so do my opinions. Braun Breaker cut a great promo on Monday. You see how easy that was for me? It's easy for me. I don't come on here and act like I'm right all the time. Braun Breaker cut one of the best promos. I was like, ooh.
I know, right?
And but you got to give credit. You got to give credit where credit's due. A year ago, I was like, Dom's mid. You could probably find it on the pod. Guess what's going on right now? Better heel than MJF. It's just that simple. He's evolved his game.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit around and you guys can sit around and say what you want to say and feel what you want to feel. Parents can act like they don't have favorites, but they do. They do. People could say, I really like MJF. Yeah, but you can have guts in me like, yo, he has not evolved his game. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He has not. He's doing the same bullshit. And you know how I know? These crowds ain't moving like they used to. I'm listening. I got a hell of a sound bar.
Shout out
that
Samsung.
joint turned way up. And I do this. Do people do this? Or people like to argue with me? Do y'all do this? Do y'all hear when somebody cuts a promo and then when they make a move or they say something, they turn up the sound bar to hear the crowd? I don't think a lot of people do that. I listen to all that shit. And I'm telling you, they don't sound the same way they used to sound. They don't. There would be a time he would say something and he would make a hand gesture and they would make a sound. Now he's saying stuff, they're like, oh, okay. Okay. You have to evolve your game. You have to get better, bro. Danny Garcia, who out-promoed you, the craziest thing I've ever said in my life, almost had a heart attack when I said it the last time I said it. Danny Garcia cut a better promo than you. What do? You going to his mom? Really? Yo, he shredded you without talking about your mom. He cooked you and kept your lovely mother out of it. You respond to him by saying his mom is a whore? Really?
Yeah, the only person that works for is Christian. He laugh.
He's the only one that can do it because it's the way he does it.
Right.
Your response to him cooking you about your acne, going to Turkey, was his mom's a whore. Really? Man, if that ain't regression, I don't know what is. Dominic Stereo. Take a bow.
My brothers. I said last year, when that man got in his mama's face and I thought she was going to spank his ass in front of the world, I knew right then and there that he was on to something special. It took him a little bit, and you were right in the beginning. He needed to be drugged by Rhea Ripley in the Judgment Day. He needed to evolve. He needed to develop. He needed to grow into somebody who could be the spitting image of what Eddie Guerrero was in 97, 98. That look in WCW with the mullet, with the stash, with the skinny, the cruiserweight.
He knows what he's doing, bro.
He knows what he's doing. He's bringing it out of you. And if you go back and you look at Eddie's mannerisms when he was in WCW and you look at Dom's mannerisms in WWE, they're damn near identical. He's doing the same things. He did the callback with Rhea Ripley to when Eddie was with China.
Yes.
You know,
listen, he's getting help from creative. He is. Triple H is helping him because he was there. His dad's helping him. He lived it, but it doesn't matter. He has to execute.
Mm-hmm.
And but to your point, DP, that's the difference with having someone that's checking you in a place where they don't check you.
Exactly.
Someone needs to pull that. Yo, I don't give a shit. Listen, I'm way older than that kid. I don't care how long he's been wrestling. I've been alive way longer than him. When I tell you he's tired and he's stale, he's tired and he's stale. I don't give a shit how many fans he got, because at the end of the day, I only have a couple of these drinks. I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to be here if this dude don't evolve and how people going to turn on him. And your stock's dropping, bro. Your stock's dropping. And that bidding war shit was what you said. Is what you said. Ain't nobody confirmed that. Who said they were going to offer you X amount of dollars? Why did they let you go to AEW? Why? Like, everyone needs to stop acting like Tony Khan got more money than WWE and what's it called? TKO. Are you crazy? Endeavor? Man, they want somebody, they'll get them.
$22-23 billion company.
Like, we got to stop this. We got to stop this dirt sheet, Mark writing bullshit, but these dudes don't know shit. But they're getting fed shit from people that are trying to lead them to the wrong direction. They don't know that, though, because they ain't worked there. In 2 years, I can tell you for a fact, they get fed information to go and run with it. Now, you guys can act like you're getting information, but they're giving you what they want to give you. You ain't breaking shit. You ain't. So what I'm trying to say is, if they wanted him, they'd have got him. Mm-hmm. Everyone needs to say, he chose. Did he choose? Okay. I
don't even think Tony let him talk to him.
Eric, there's a bidding war. He's the only one that said that.
He probably got paid when he pulled that stunt at it was in like June of 2022. Remember when he did this? It was with Wardlow when he pulled that stunt. He got paid then. They paid him because he didn't have money. He left TV. He called Tony, kind of, if I'm not mistaken, a fucking mark on TV.
That right there. That was it.
And then he left, and then I'm sure they paid him because they put the title on him. And then here we are.
The WWE is growing. It's not shrinking. So what I'm trying to say is, you will be fortunate to go there. Now, they don't need you. They don't, man. And like, this is not an opinion. It's a fact.
Yeah, they're pushing kids like Javon Evans. They're pushing kids like Obafemi.
Come on, Chef, come on, let's talk about it. He's about to face Orton.
Right.
Jada Parker.
Right.
Julia. Man, y'all better listen. I swear to y'all, not everything's a fucking opinion.
Dude, Tony D'Angelo is more intriguing than MJF right now.
Not everything's an opinion.
Pete Dunne. Look at Pete Dunne.
Like,
bruiserweight.
What I'm trying to say is this is where the E's at right now, and this is coming from like this. I have sources. I'm just telling you this. Listen, this is how the E's like. You are more than welcome to join us, but we don't need you. That's their mentality.
He would go right to NXT, and he was probably like, no.
If you think they're burning the midnight oil, thinking about who's signing over to I'm telling you, whatever these people on these sheets are telling you, they are wrong. They don't care, bro. I swear to you on my life, they never bring them up, ever. They don't because there's too much they have to worry about. So everyone out there thinks they do that. Yo, the source is telling me that they want Danny Garcia. Man, please. What? Danny Garcia would have to literally build a tent in the NXT building. That's how long he'd be there. He would be in NXT until I was 50.
There's a lot of stuff that they have to learn with the WWE and how they do business, and where not even how to wrestle for the most part. I mean, that's a given, but it's so production based. They have to know where their marks are. They have to know where the cameras are. They have to know how to speak. They have to know where to look. They have to know how they emote. They have to do so many different things that you have to be taught and minuscule level. That's why they go to NXT. That's their school, their performance center. That's why they're
100%.
which I love that they're starting to tour now, because now those young wrestlers get to see what it's like to be able to draw a crowd, to be able to draw
100%.
a house. That feeling, oh, we put these asses in these seats and we sold this place out. And to be able to do that across the country, it's pretty dope for those kids and young adults. Also, they're gonna be on network television.
We can't.
Make sure it's the CW, but I mean, you don't have to have cable for it.
This is the platform. I have this platform, and I do this with y'all because this is the place I can only be how I am. We're doing fake press conference for WWE. I don't care about those kind of questions. I don't care about that stuff. Because with all due respect, I'm the only one that got the guts to say, I ain't saying some stupid shit to Triple H and getting blacklisted from free tickets. That's stupid. I don't sit here and walk around like I'm a journalist and then ask a question to Cody Rhodes about a woman that Cody Rhodes has nothing to do with because I think I'm a journalist. That ain't journalism. I work with journalists every day at CBS. They actually chasing real stories. So when I'm sitting down next to my fucking wife after a pay-per-view, and I get a question to ask Triple H, it's going to be stupid shit because it ain't that deep, y'all. It ain't that deep. So when I come on this podcast, if you want me to talk about some real shit, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because I'm telling you, it will all come to fruition. Bro, so Maxwell Jacob Friedman, you are a fine young man. Get to the WWE as soon as you can before you can't. You can't.
They got
I'm just
him
letting
locked
you know,
up.
brother.
They got him locked in. Shout out Deadpool for 90 years.
Yo, Chef DP, let me tell you something, bro. That roster, bro. Listen,
he messed around.
Ain't nobody,
he locked in.
ready for this. And ain't nobody ready for this conversation either. There's another reason why they really ain't worried about Listen, name the match that MJF have that I couldn't put next to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest in Puerto Rico. like, come on, man. Like, come on. They ain't ready to have the conversation that as much as I don't like him, Logan Paul better than half the roster. He is.
Talk about it.
Because he is. Logan Paul has had one of the best matches with Roman Reigns in the history of wrestling.
You know who I'm gonna say
that pains me.
I'm gonna say
Instagram promo he cut on Kevin Nash.
Mhm.
My God, I like the dude as a human being, but my God,
you gotta keep it
real.
real.
You so good
because he's been around so long. He knows the business. He gets it. Logan Paul's
He gets it.
That's Disney. That's TikTok. That's Vine. Whatever you want to call it. They've been around social media so long. He gets it. Like the Paul brothers. That's easy work. That's light work. But in MJF's case, the guy I'm going to compare him to, that's already in the E, that figured it out and got over and had some hiccups and still figured out and kept grinding, was your boy LA Knight. The finishing move was a little trash, fixed it. Was flubbing some of his move sets, fixed it. Had some hiccups in some of his promos here and there, has been solid for I don't know how long. Doesn't matter. The walking talks, getting out of a car, driving away in a car, pulling up with Slim Jims, doing the Lord's work with RIP doing a Mountain Dew Code Black match. He has figured out his lane and made it work for him in a way that MJF hasn't still figured it out. And granted, the age difference is there, but like the parallels of who they are as wrestlers, and one got over organically and got pushed because the fans still wanted to see him get over. And then, MJF has gone good guy, bad guy, but kind of has been the same person, or has, like you said, hasn't evolved. So like LA Knight's evolving, but MJF is still that median, and it's just mid. It's
Yeah.
I say before, and I said, listen, put a bow on this, fella. This is all this is about, is evolving as a character, evolving as listen, and when you go unchecked, when there's not a brilliant mind there to say, hold on, young buck. When you got Jim Cornette out there, who I really like as a wrestling mind, no matter what you do, put you over, and you listen to that probably, and nobody's pulling you to the side. Like somebody had to eat. Well, I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm telling you, in my short time there, some of the best times I've ever seen was being backstage and just watching that. Watching somebody that you've wrestled before. Listen, people might laugh, but watching like a Hurricane Helms pull somebody to the side and mentor them and them listen. Listen. Because, I don't know. He was there and he's one of the only people that said he can beat The Rock. I don't give a damn how he did it. Did it on TV.
He did it.
Doesn't matter. He's one of the only people that beat that dude on a Monday Night Raw ever. So, like, it's to watch him mentor a younger person and someone listening to him. That's how you evolve. That's how you get better. I learned this from some OGs. How can you, if you keep saying you the best and nobody say you the best and nobody corrects you on that, how would you get better? How would you? So, like, this is all about evolution. Time will tell, man. Time will tell, but week after week, promo after promo, match after match, same old stuff.
Like the great Michael Myers said in the movie Shrek to Donkey. He grabbed an onion and he said, "You need to have layers." Hey, MJF,
Shrek reference.
Be like an ogre and learn layers, baby.
Cause Dom out here cooking.
Thanks.
Dom ain't even reached his peak yet. So after this Liv Morgan stuff, he gonna go on and do something else.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't even did a push-up yet.
He ain't done a push-up yet. Listen, got half your physique, and he better heal than you. What's that tell you, bruh? All right, man. All
Dope.
Right. Yeah, you do, boo. Listen, yeah, I'm doing a lot of this for the live, but I kind of like that conversation right there. Kind of like that. That might stay in. I'm not sure yet, but that might stay in.
Leave it. That was an organic conversation. We started with Rikishi and ended up with Dominic Mysterio. Like, you can't even. We don't even need a rundown.
In the midst of it, with the cherry on top, we tackled MJF.
I ain't messing with that. And nowadays, you know how you can't say anything about. I told you can't say anything critical without hating on somebody. Oh, no. I want the kid to be great. Like I said, this don't make or break me. This dude could make $100 million. What they got to do with me? I got a wife. I got bills to pay. This dude don't make or break my life. So why? Not. Yeah. So, like, why would not be pulling for him? I don't want this kid to fail. Like, you kidding me? But I do see regression, and that's all I'm pointing out. And I'm pointing out regression. Hell, I just looked in the mirror yesterday and I regressed because I ain't been in the gym in like 2 months. I've regressed. You see how easy that is? It's very simple, guys. Just be objective. I was like, damn, I've regressed. I need to get my ass back in the gym.
Pigs get slaughtered. That's what they say, right? So,
bro, I'm looking like shit.
So don't let that paycheck, because you got a bump in money, get you slaughtered. Just saying. That's what they say. Pay attention.
So this bit, I don't even know if it's controversy, man. I don't know if it's controversy with this stuff with OMOS. I don't. There's nothing that's been really talked about or like really like ironclad. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all? Like, but what? But okay. This has been said though. MVP said if you can't make money with OMOS or something, like, you're an idiot or whatever he said. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about when he said. Yeah. Like, now there's people saying that he's getting let go. I checked on him 2 days ago. I said, just checking in. How you doing, brother? And he goes, all is well. And I just put the black fist up, and I said, that's all I need to hear. That's all I said, right? I don't know what that means.
Afro pick.
That's what he put. He either does the pick or he does like the flip. And then my favorite thing about it, like when I do the black fist, like my favorite thing about it is his fist is, he puts the blacker fist. That's my favorite thing he does. Like, that's my, I swear to God. I laugh, yo, OMOS, if you ever hear this pod, bro, real talk, I laugh every time he does it. I swear to God, it's the funniest thing. His fist is like black. He puts like the blackest fist. Like, yo, shout out. But so whatever. Take that for whatever it's worth. That's not breaking no news. That's just me just saying, checking on him. But But I will say this: I I find it I do find it strange. There's no space for him. I was reading a lot of people. What I try to do is I try to read as much people comments as possible on Twitter so I can kind of get a gauge, kind of like a focus group type thing. And I will say this: the general consensus seems to be why is MVP getting so bad out of shape? Amos can't even wrestle. He's a terrible wrestler. He's a terrible worker. So now, if you heard my entire MJF rant, did you hear me talk about his work or his wrestling technique? You didn't hear me talk about that, right? Because that is where I kind of draw the line. I start talking about character development and evolution. I ain't talking about how you are as a worker, because that right there, that's a slippery slope for someone that's never taken a bump. And a lot of these sucker MCs online, we're talking about him as a shit wrestler, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous talk, and I don't get engaged in that. So I will say this: what's happening with Omos? What's going on? Because I'll say what I want to say. I don't see anything happening with him at all, to be honest with you. From here on into the near future, it doesn't look good to me. I don't see this ending well. I don't see where they could put him. I don't think they know how to book him. I think they're overthinking how to book him. But what say you, Chef?
I think the problem is they're trying to, by doing nothing, they think they're avoiding sticking him in the stereotypical roles like they did with bringing back what was his name, and they had him come back, and then he had the two guys with him. Wow. Why
Tom
can't I
Dollar.
No, not
Tom
even
Dollar.
not even Top Dollar. He was so remember when they brought out The Rock, and the first person they brought out, it was like, oh, it's a former heavyweight champion, and
Jinder Mahal.
it was Jinder. So I think they're overthinking it by not putting him in something that would be of African culture. You know, the thing, you already have Obafemi, right? So like
y'all kept calling him the Nigerian Nightmare. That might have put him in the corner,
right? So like they don't want to double down. We already had the Apollo fail, right? Having him come out with trying to accent, which shout out to him for working on his acting chops.
Shout out to L. Yeah, we even tried it, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so we tried it, but I don't,
of course we did.
No. Like I feel like whoever the writers, they feel like they have more to do with Braun Strowman than they would with Omos. And maybe they think that there can only be so many giants on screen. I don't know, because
that's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Sure, because you have Otis, you have Bronson Reed, you got Braun Strowman, you got there's only a few of them, and so some of them have storylines because they are part of factions, and some will have storylines because they're being forced down our throats, like Bronson Reed, which it's fine. Not that I would be equally okay with Omos doing all these same things, because I would pop, if Omos is putting people through walls and he's throwing people, like Omos throwing a person the way they tried to sell it with Bronson Reed would be more believable than what they just did on Monday. So eye for an eye. He still can be useful, but if there's a writer shortage, if no one has come up with anything good that's sticking, when you throw something at the wall and it sticks, it's unfortunate. And for the man to be in limbo, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he's doing just fine and making a living, but he's not on TV and he's not being featured, and he's a company man, so he's clearly not frustrated and speaking out.
Nope.
But where is he getting him? By being a company man and not standing up for himself.
What say you, DP?
I think in professional wrestling, especially these days, it's hard to book a giant. there's no Giants getting booked anywhere, and more or less, they're not even getting booked in the main event. And now they're becoming a gimmick. Now they're becoming something less than what they used to be. The days of the Undertaker, the days of Andre the Giant, the Big Show, they're gone because people can't get their brains around somebody that big. I mean, look at Braun Strowman. So there's an underlying problem with Triple H and the inability to reach people of color and have them understand what his vision is. But I find it hard to believe OMOS falls into that just simply because of the lack of giants anywhere in professional wrestling, especially the WWE. Even like they have Braun Strowman, but they're not putting Braun Strowman in a position to be in the main event, in a position to win the world championship, in a position to win the WWE championship. We don't even need to speak about AEW because if you look at Wardlow, he was a giant in that industry over there. So now you got angles to make Braun Breaker look gargantuan, and he's not. So but it's easier for someone to see him on TV and for him to appear 6'4", 6'5", rather than you're an 8-year-old. You're looking up at somebody 7'4", and then I don't know, but they need to figure out what they're gonna do with him because I don't even know anymore. Professional wrestling exactly is where he needs to be. I think he should try his chances in Hollywood.
That makes sense.
It would maybe be a better fit, those type of things, because in the WWE especially, it seems like they don't even have a position because I don't even remember anything of substance over the last 2 years.
Hey man, let him go fight John Wick or something.
Yeah,
because Boban did it and looked good. It was one of the best scenes in the movie, actually. Shout out to Boban getting killed by a book. But listen, Lucci said, listen, I almost got in my bag when I heard the name Wardlow, another fumble. Now, to me, you said Cody's the biggest AEW fumble, Lucci. I think Wardlow's the biggest fumble. Because to me, Cody's always been a WWE guy. That Wardlow fumble, oh, Lord Jesus.
Lord those Jesus. Are the two right there.
Lord Jesus, if I ever seen a fumble, listen, to yeet or not to yeet, that is the question. I don't know who the hell made this topic, but I'm most certainly for it. What's going on?
Oh, you already know what time it is. It's time to.
What time is it, Chef?
Yeet. That's what time it is.
Let them know.
It's time, guys. It's time to put a belt on the Yeet Master. It's time to put a strap on him. Yes, it is. We
already?
Because listen. We cannot have all the champions with long title reigns. If we get some parity, if we get some intrigue where people are, going every other pay-per-view, that can change up the static of what has been set recently, because Gunther's not dropping it right now. Cody's not dropping it right now. Maybe Liv and Rhea will swap, right? I don't see Nia doing it yet. I don't see LA Knight losing it yet. So like this can be a series of maybe Jay wins it and then they have a rematch, right? Like it's time. I'm done with him attempting to fight someone in a championship match and lose. And I think it's safer. I think they're trying to get the pop by doing it on Raw and not at a pay-per-view, because every time they go to a pay-per-view, the man loses. So maybe they're trying to switch it up. Giving you something to tune in for on a week to week, because we're in those slow weeks. We're slow bopping all the way to Bad Blood and then War Games and Riyadh in between, whatever the hell they're doing, because they're printing their own money. But it's Jey Uso. It's time, my guy. Like I forgot he could cut promos that well. Like just full circle, just killing it. It's time.
If not now, when? If not now, when? If not who, then who? It's just
Braun Breaker will win many, many more titles. I
they
need
want
to
Braun to be
see.
the WWE champion already.
That's what I'm saying. I
They just
I need Jey Uso to have a title. One, so Rikishi stops tweeting. Two,
big facts. Lord Jesus. Put
two,
a pacifier in Rikishi's mouth, man. Lord have mercy.
so that it justifies all of this shit that's happened from Cody Rhodes helping out Jey Uso to have, Deuces Usos was so long ago that he's been on Raw for a grip now and has not really done anything of significance. He's lost to Gunther multiple times. He's lost, to Priest. He's lost to Seth. He's lost. I don't know when's the last time he actually won like a big match outside of when the Roman stuff was forever ago. So like the fact that he pinned Roman doesn't really matter right now. Like the right now is he's so over, and the promos and the walk-ups to the entrances is dope. And the gear, I might go get me a pink Yeet shirt. Like that's it's fire. Like it gives off like Heart Foundation vibes. It gives off South Beach, LeBron Miami Heat days. Like
It does.
so it's fire. So but with that, like y'all, what do we say? Merch moving,
Main event,
getting over.
He checks all the boxes. Like I said, if not now, when? It gotta be. Listen, eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. It gotta be.
I need that shirt too.
They got another shirt right there. They listening to this pod. I'm trying to tell you.
Eat, sleep, yeet, repeat. And I'm telling you right now, I make jokes about it, but I swear to God, one of you writers is listening to this damn show, and that's fine. I'm cool with it. Just send us free merch. I don't give a shit. You ain't even gotta pay me. Send me the merch.
Listen, they're up late. They're scrolling Twitter, and they're like, "What is this live feed? Let me tune in."
Bro, hey, yo, I'm telling you right now, like beep, boop, beep, boop, boop, beep. I go, listen, damn it, yo, I second everything you said there. Well, why not? Why not? Because like I said, Braun Breaker, they're gonna make him WWE champion within the next 5 years. So why not give that moment to Us and see where the chips fall and see how things play out, because everyone's down. Lucci says Jay needs to win because I'm sure everyone thinks he's gonna lose. That's facts. Kim says Jay meets all the criteria. He does.
Unless.
What the hell?
Don't you take my thunder.
Okay, never mind.
Go.
Because
No. Go, DP. Go, David.
Yeah, go.
Because there is an ulterior option. The bloodline is lurking.
They're always lurking. Yes. They're always lurking.
And you think Roman Reigns don't matter to Jey Uso, more or less? You don't think they remember Jey Uso exists, and you don't think that he's gonna be collateral damage because you the OG bloodline and we don't want shit to do with you? Don't you remember what I did to your brother? So don't forget about that. It's a nice story. We got rainbows and sunshine, and we got hummingbirds and feeders, and the bumblebees are pollinating all the flowers. It's beautiful outside. I hate to bring a little bit of rain to it because there's a giant storm cloud, and he is growling. I don't know what he does. What's his name? Tongaloa? I don't know what he's doing, but he out there growling like a gremlin. You know what I mean?
You talking about
Tama Tonga.
Chihuahua Tama.
Yeah, whoever that is, man. Shout out! Please don't come to the crib. I don't want no problems with Samoans. I second that disclaimer that Evan Mack said
5'6". I'll step up to him. He's 5'6".
I don't want no problem. He might bring his cousins with him. I don't want them problems.
Listen, you know me, bro. I swear to God, boy.
I want no issues. Look, they can keep that magazine because I don't want an issue.
Show don't. You can have that. I don't want that. Lord, listen.
It's possible though. It's possible because they already jumped on NXT. They haven't been on Raw in a while.
They're pulling a little shield action. They're doing a little shield action.
Yeah. They lurking. They always lurking. They losers, but they lurking.
Yo, listen. All right, man. We about to wrap this thing up, but like, all right, okay. I'll be remiss if I ain't talk about Roro, old slow bop gold medalist himself, and Cody Rhodes forming an allegiance. Now, listen,
Right in line.
This is where I do turn into a curmudgeon. This is where I do turn into that piece of shit fan. I don't care. Not after that war that they had, that they team up. And you can't save it by saying, well, what if he's turning on him? I don't give a shit. You don't tag team. You or that dude was going through war.
Listen, if Professor X and Magneto can come together, they can come together.
Oh, hell no. You see him and listen.
What is the come together moment?
What's the come together moment? Talk about it,
Chef.
DP. Tell them what's the come together moment.
What, they both got their ass whooped by the bloodline? Cody Rhodes been getting his ass whooped by the bloodline since he got back to the WWE. They ain't nothing changed but the name on the mail.
Come on now, listen. Kim said no, Chef. Samoa Washington said, "What the F, Triple H?" Like, come on, man. This is lazy.
I thought he was supposed to be different than Vince. I told you all he does is remix his ideas. Those are my thoughts too, and I stand by them. Like, you tell me something extravagant that he's doing that he invented. I'm sorry. He's just remixing old ideas that haven't been used in a while. And because we haven't seen them in a while, it looks brand new and shiny, but I've seen this shit. Like, we talking about hot shot and titles. Are we redoing the Attitude Era and we just want to call it a Renaissance? And we want to put a nice little bow on.
I'm sitting here. Oh, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Look, we are so creative. Let's bring back Saturday Night Main Event. Oh, my God. And that's not only bringing back. Let's bring back the retro vibe and bring it in with the new vibe. And there's nothing wrong with nostalgia. But let's not act like Triple H is the most creative and he's inventing the wheel. And really, he's not. He's just using Vince's ideas. And
which has been done already.
Listen.
Just being honest.
Cody and Roman y'all using this to sell tickets. Stop acting like that's all this is. You trying to get Slow Bop back in the fold. And listen, my only issue with this is, I have a couple, but this is the biggest one. Like, you guys really haven't unpacked why Solo's so mad. Why is he so mad at Roman? Why? Like, this is how you're supposed to play this. This is how you're supposed to play that. If this is what you're trying to do, if this is the gimmick you're trying to do, you do the gimmick where you make Solo jealous because fans are still giving Roman love after he held things down. You're messing up classic storytelling. Like, classic storytelling is, it's super jealousy though, but you make him feel that he's like, and you have him cut a promo because Solo needs a whole bunch of work in that department. But you have him cut a promo like, when you were there doing whatever you was doing, going to Disney, doing the Hollywood, whatever the hell you do. He goes, I was holding down the bloodline. He goes, and they still love you. He goes, that's unacceptable. You know what I mean? That's the promo he has not cut yet. He has not cut that promo. So he's mad at Roro for what? What's he mad at him for? What happened? Something happened at the cookout we didn't go to? Y'all got to film that then. Y'all got to film that. Someone take the last chicken leg? What happened? You got to let me know.
And Roro hasn't really explained why he keep punching this dude.
Yeah, why you keep punching him in the face? Why you mad?
Because he's the original tribal chief.
Hey, yo, stop that OTC bullshit. That shit don't hit like you think it do. I don't like that shit.
The original.
If you're gonna be mad because they put Paul through a table.
Yeah, come on now. Let's go.
He did get emotional when he looked to his left and the wise man wasn't there. There was a little bit of character work right there.
Yeah, but that's Roman freestyle.
Oh, that's Roro. You know Roro, the closest thing to Daniel Day-Lewis in wrestling. that boy
cold.
That boy cold as hell. Listen, that boy can make me believe he me. Listen, like, but that's the mindset. Like, you're putting Cody and Roro together. People want Cody to turn on Roman. He won't do that because it's too early to turn Cody heel. He's selling too much merch. Roman turning on Cody don't make sense because it just don't. People want the final ball. Everyone swore the final boss was coming back. Now everybody want to act like that's not what they were saying. Everyone was like, it's the new season premiere. So you know what that means? That means The Rock is chilling at the crib. That's what that means. What are you talking about? Like, listen, whatever.
Taking care of that elbow.
Shout out to Shakira. Whenever the final balls come back, it'll be fine. It'll be dandy. It'll be just swell. But I don't get what they're doing down in Hotlanta. What are they doing?
Man, the thing with that is there's so much going on. You don't know who's gonna pull the trigger, who's gonna turn on who. I think it's Cody. They're perfectly falling in line with my thought process on how it could be Cody and the timeline of it. But not yet. But you can plant the seeds just like they planted the seeds on SmackDown. I personally think
Orton. Why are they not doing this Orton shit? Come on.
I was thinking about that too. With that, how can you get Orton involved, but get him to WrestleMania and to get involved with The Rock because we're running out of time?
They already messed that up. They already ruined the Orton vibe. Come on, because The Rock has to be involved, man. April will be here before you know it. Hell, we almost in October.
And there's 3 big shows we got. Survivor Series, we got the Rumble, and we got Mania in 7 months. Really, in 5 months, it's 3 big shows. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We'll see how it plays out, man. I'm just asking a question. Lucci said Cody not dropping the title for a while. They haven't had a champ that was a face for a while to the point they forgot how to boo him. Exactly right. So that's what I mean. That face he gonna hold it for a minute. He's holding that all the way until WrestleMania 42. He's holding it that long. He just is.
Okay.
He's gonna be holding it for that, and that's long enough. And he might walk out for all I know.
Here you go, WWE. Here's a free idea for you. How about this? Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns win the match, but because they win the match and they have a little bit of tiff in the match, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are going to have a WWE Championship match at Saturday Night Main Event. Something to sell tickets, something to get people to tune in, and then the final boss comes back, and he costs Roman Reigns, but he doesn't cost Roman in a particular way to where he gets involved and he's physical with Roman. He just distracts Roman, and then you can go down that rabbit hole of how can you just lose twice, and then you tie in Cody. I don't know how. I'll get to that in another day and time on how you tie in Cody.
But I will say this. I'll say this. We're gonna wrap it up. But I will say this. Listen, they gotta get Cody away from the bloodline, man.
I know.
I keep telling you,
they won't. He
has to be.
They can't.
I need Cody far away from this bloodline.
To do what though?
That's the thing is we can't do all their work for him, Chef. I'm just saying, I'm telling you the first part, they got to get him away, man. Go at CM Punk, but that can't happen because CM Punk got to deal with Seth. But I need Cody away from this bloodline. Poppycock.
Cody should have lost in WrestleMania.
And it been done. And that's how you get him away from him. 100 million, billion, trillion %. But I'm going to tell you why. Listen, and all jokes aside, everyone tries to make jokes about it and roll their eyes and go, you see, he tried to hijack Mania, but it was the right decision. The Rock versus Roman, because you got to get Cody away from the bloodline. You do. You got to get him away from it, man. You got to get him away from it. You just got to get him away. And then do Cody, Seth. I don't care. It's too much, man. Enough. God damn. Every single week, every month, this is going to be the thing.
Oh, look at Chef glowing.
It's merch moving. It's main eventing and it's getting over.
That last part is
he got over. He did all those things. He's over. He got it. You
can get over, but you don't stay over all the time.
Ooh, did I say merch moving main event getting over and staying over? No, that don't sound as good.
He got
over. He got over.
But once you get over, you got to stay over.
Stay over.
Yeah.
Listen, man.
If they keep him near this bloodline, I don't know how much longer he's gonna be over, because at the end of the day, he's gonna get, pardon the pun, but washed up in the wave that is the tribal chief.
And that is a
He will.
tsunami, not that Bronson Reed bullshit. I'm talking about an actual tidal wave.
We
I'm
talking
talking
about
about I'm
the
talking about that
likes of which
F5. I'm
ruined
talking
a
about that hurricane.
whole
I'm talking about that
continent.
Samoan hurricane. I'm talking about the continental drift. That
Triple
is,
H, if you take anything away from this episode, this fine episode of the best wrestling podcast in the world,
I will agree with that.
get Cody Rhodes away from the bloodline.
Get him
for
away. Get him away. Lord have
Chef
mercy.
want him to stay there. Chef want him to stay there.
Yo, DP, you got a night at the opera, man.
Oh yes, I do. Oh yes, I do. I'm bringing y'all to the night of the opera, and this current rendition of the night of the opera is going to bring you Charlotte Flair's inevitable return to the WWE to win the 2025 Royal Rumble. It will then lead her on the path to a rematch with the individual she stole the motherfucking show with, that is Rhea Bloody Ripley, who that same night will finally had overtaken Liv Morgan. And those ladies will get the rarest of opportunities, and they will main event night 1 of WrestleMania 41. They're going to renew a rivalry that has already been stellar. I have an early prediction, aka a spoiler. I'm going with the Queen to regain her spot atop the mountain as she narrows the gap of the most WWE World Championships for any gender. She is Charlotte Flair. She is that great. She is the queen. She is the GOAT. She my GOAT and one of the best wrestlers ever. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your night at the opera.
Charlotte Flair, you are missed. I do believe the money matches Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. However, I don't know if I'm right, but I know that's the match, and I see Charlotte losing to Tiffany Stratton if she faces Tiffany Stratton. However, I like what you're saying. I like Charlotte at top. Charlotte is one of those people that are willing to put over wrestlers. She doesn't mind being at the top for a short period of time and letting somebody go over in a short period of time. So I am all for that. But let's close the show.
Oh.
I call it For Your Life. We did DPJR's For Your Life.
Use my favorite wrestler.
Tonight we do.
It's your fault.
Chef's For Your Life. And For Your Life is 2 wrestlers, 1 stipulation, 1 announcer, 1 title, 1 venue, 2 commentators. What say you?
Boy, you done had some prep time.
Did I?
Boy, this boy had more prep time. Boy,
than
I'm
Batman.
about to tell you.
More prep time than Batman.
More prep time than Dark Knight
than I have for that Disney list, baby.
Yeah, for sure. More prep time than you have to pick your fantasy team.
Oh, we got shots. So
Nasty
my
work.
nasty work. my boys, they in the hospital right now. He over here shooting grenades. And it's okay,
man.
Chef.
Same.
Look, I'm very happy that they don't crown champions in week 2. We got 12 more weeks, Daddy.
Me too.
We got a long season.
Season.
Strap your boots up, Daddy. Get your list ready.
I'm locked in. I'm locked
for
in.
your life, baby.
What you got?
So,
what you got?
I overthought this many, many times. And then I thought to myself, why make this hard? Why overcomplicate this? There are people ready to have a dream match right now and go one more time. So for my life, I'm gonna take my Taurus twin. I'm gonna take Dwayne The Rock Johnson as my first wrestler. And so you say to yourself, well, if it's for my life, the list of gentlemen, right? Who else would be in a dream match with this gentleman? Well, I want to run it back one more time with the GOAT and give me one more match with John Cena. The stipulation is it's John Cena's final match, but I want it to be a cosplay lumberjack match. So I want to take random people from NXT and dress them up in different costumes from both of their movie careers. So give me, Black Adam, give me Peacemaker,
Damn.
give me the Marine, give me Dominic Toretto's brother, give me
Damn.
Hobbs, give
What?
me
This
right,
is great.
right, give me all the NXT wrestlers dressed up as movie characters from The Rock and Cena's movies, right? So then you got that. You said title, I got it. It's for the People's Champs title.
Ooh.
No, you didn't.
Because they both have something to claim to that. So why not put up the Rock's People's Champ belt, right? So I got the wrestlers, I got the stipulations, I got a title. So of course I'm gonna go with the great Lillian Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
And my two commentators, I gotta have for all the hijinks that's gonna be around the ring. You gotta give me Vince and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Just for Bobby's satire, for his sarcasm. He's gonna be very, very
like, who's she supposed to be? He's like, it's for the Marine. Like, that's why you
so that's gonna bring the humor to it, the unseriousness of the whole seriousness of Cena's last match against The Rock. I want it to be, hypothetically, I would want it to be a WrestleMania, but for Cena's last match, I would want it to be in the old Boston Garden, having it in Massachusetts. And for my life, that would be the greatest thing I could ever watch if my life depended on it. Give me The Rock and Cena one more time.
Rock, Cena, cosplay lumberjack match in the Boston Garden with Lillian Garcia, Vince McMahon, Bobby the Brain Heenan announcing it for the People's Championship.
Y'all wasn't ready for that.
Very, very, very spicy.
That's
a tough act to follow, brother. I'll try my best. That's a tough act to follow.
Lord.
Running
that,
it back.
I got that one
trilogy.
in the car. The trilogy. I got that one in the car. I was like, what if they cosplay lumberjack?
Wait a minute. I didn't even ask y'all this question. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Wow, I can't believe I didn't ask this question.
Uh-oh,
Lord, it doesn't kind of. Wait a minute. Who goes over?
Can't think that far ahead.
I didn't even ask. I should have asked that. David, who goes over in yours? Who goes over that match? Who wins? Did Seth finally get Roman?
Roman finally gets Seth.
Okay. So Roman goes over on Seth. Who goes over? Who finishes?
And we get a John
match?
Moxley run in.
Yeah, I need that. But who gets over? Who gets over? Who has the final say? Because it is John Cena's last match. Do you go traditional and Rock pins him, or does Cena go out on top?
I know who your GOAT is.
My GOAT goes over because The Rock refuses to lie on his back in a movie or pretty much any other time.
This is the only time to where you
Rock's going over, man. A little bit. The Rock's going over, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to The Rock going over in in Chefs for your life. Yo, I got mine coming up next week, yo. I got to figure out because that's really, really good. I appreciate all y'all for listening. Lucci got one. Thank you, Lucci. Appreciate this, bro. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus CM Punk. Last man standing for the Winged Eagle WWE Championship. Commentators Jim Ross and Gorilla with Miss Samantha Irvin announcing. But where, Lucci, is the venue?
It's gotta be
right before we leave. What's the venue? Where are you having this match?
Chicago.
I mean, what's crazy is I had a whole nother setup, and I did have a match set up in Chicago that did not have CM Punk in it because fuck that dude. And
Chicago's lit no matter who's there.
Right,
ladies and gentlemen, your weekly. We don't like your ass, Phil Brooks.
We still don't like it.
Courtesy.
Man. Yo, shout out to Kim. Yeah, rest in peace, Tito Jackson and Frankie Beverly. Thank you very much for reminding me. Rest easy. Lucci says Money in the Bank Chicago. I like it.
Joy.
And I want some more of it. Listen.
Sunshine.
Hey,
right.
somebody else went away probably for a long time yesterday, or was it yesterday? Or was it Monday? Don't want to say his name.
Speaking of another somebody else that's dying, or a career for sure. Lord Jesus.
Hey, why is he? Why is he?
You ain't listen. You listen. It wasn't more money, more problems. It was more lose, more problems.
Hey, bro, they say him and R. Kelly gonna drop an album from jail.
Listen, let me tell you something like this. I don't like to pile on. I don't like to pile on to anybody that's going through some things. But let me tell you something, Sean Combs. Your lawyers better listen. They better have their alarm set to 2-3 in the morning.
Hey, I know that one thing for sure, two things for certain.
Oh, yeah, Lucci, of course Stone Cold's going over. What are we talking about? But go ahead.
How in the hell do you have 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant?
Allegedly. Try to get this podcast jammed up.
Allegedly, correct. Allegedly. It was reported. Evan, it was reported that he had 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube.
I think my mom had one bottle my whole childhood.
Baby oil. Yeah, black people have one bottle of baby oil for 20 years.
Hey, bro. Hey, hold up. Was P. Diddy planning on starting a wrestling promotion? Because that's the only way I could ever think of somebody needing, aside from the legal reason.
Speaking of stuff, you know what I gotta watch? And I just saw they put it on Netflix. Have y'all seen Heels?
Oh, not yet, but I'm glad because I wasn't gonna see it on Stars. So yeah, it's on Flick. So I'm gonna start watching it. Stephen Amell kind of rubs me the wrong way, but I actually like that it looks like a solid show.
What you mean? That's Arrow.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's got your boy Phil Brooks in there.
Wow, you have failed this city. What do you mean?
Stephen Amell is.
It does have James Harrison in there too.
You ever had a plain donut with no glaze on it?
Oh my God! Yes, you talking about that? I know exactly that. It was a 3-pack.
They call it an old fashioned.
You got chocolate. You got powdered, and then you had that one.
That one donut. That's the donut that don't nobody take in the dozen box. That it's always there.
I feel like I am rubbing off on you in the way you just lit that man on fire.
That's the one. It's the one donut, and they call it the old fashioned. You know why? Because that's the first donut people made, and don't nobody mess with it. I'm sick of everybody.
Stephen Amell just caught a stray.
Yo, listen. And I was listen. Shout out to Lucci, shout out to Kim, Samoa Watchman. Happy birthday once again, my brother. Hope you enjoyed your cake. Wish I could have some of that cake. Shout out to Chef. Shout out to DPJR. Shout out to Jack Perry's Tiny Bus.
Hey, one more time. You need some goddamn layers, MJF.
Ooh. You better watch Shrek.
I'm trying to tell you, Donkey.
You better watch Shrek.
I'm trying to tell you, Donkey. Ogre is like an onion, and an onion has layers. Hey, Wild Dog, you say, what, you gonna take a bite of it? But MJF. Bruh, look, the crazy thing is that in 2.5 years ago, he was the #1 prospect in all of professional wrestling. Number one.
No more. He ain't no
more. I don't even know if he top 15.
He ain't no more. I can assure you he ain't no more. That's why. That's the old Wolf on Wall Street. You better know when to buy and know when to sell.
When Adam Cole jumped off of that platform, and that was the chances of MJF's evolution happening anytime in the near future. Or well, at his future then, what was the past now? Boom! Shattered dreams. Speaking of shattered dreams, come on home, Gold Dust.
Yup, and have another banger match with your brother. Yo, MJF, you scared to be babyface, wasn't you? You was scared. Tell Uncle Mack, you was scared to be babyface. Much easier to go heel and talk about mommies and stuff.
Nah, but even as a babyface, I'm still a scumbag. I'm just your scumbag. How the hell you a scumbag as a babyface? Don't work.
Ooh, talk to him, DP.
I'm just saying, like, bro, that ain't no babyface, bro. You was never a babyface.
Evolution is a mystery to MJF. We out.
I'm trying to tell you, we out of here.
I'm